Hello! Hello, everyone! Welcome to stream! I'm really glad that so many people have already shown up. It means the world to me. Hi! Hi, Rowan! Thank you for coming by even though you're packing. Yes! This is the model I worked on for like 6 hours, and I'm extremely happy with him. Her. So welcome to Spooky Bunny Eve. As you all know, this is an ancient and hallowed tradition of being spooky and being bunnies the eve before Easter. Yes! I love the ears. Welcome, everybody. My name is Miss May. I know that all of the branding is Lady Lapine, but there is a surprise of this debut. It's that this is Miss May. I am Miss May. And I have set up a few things for you this evening, including the free tarot readings. I won't forget about those, I promise. Everybody gets one. So go ahead and share it with people if you want tonight. I would love that. So first off, how's everybody doing tonight? I only really know Rowan's situation tonight. How's everybody else? I love the little emotes in chat, thank you. I haven't figured out a way to put chat up on the screen yet, but that's for next time. Okay, it's okay. We can have crickets. That's fine too. Instead, I can jump right into the PowerPoint. I miss you too. Oh, you took the evening off of moving. Oh, I'm glad you get to have a break. You deserve that. Oh, you took it off for me. Thank you. That makes me so happy. Warm night vibes. Yeah, it's spring for everybody else. It's fall down here. That's why I love a good spooky evening. Still in the new place. Oh, awesome. Oh, that's good that you have like a crossover though. I hate it when you have to get everything out like the night. I'm glad you get to take it a little bit slower. Spooky Bunny fall, yeah. That's why I designed this whole ancient holiday. I designed this ancient holiday just for that. So like I said, this is Miss May. I am Miss May. I am a spooky bunny, as you can tell. I know the name of the channel is Lady Lapine, and I think it would be a good idea for me to explain what's the difference. So let's try this out. I made this PowerPoint. Now, fun fact, I absolutely cannot see chat while I'm explaining the PowerPoint, so we will take questions afterwards. So, like I said, I'm Miss May. I am different than Lady Lapine. Lady Lapine is the owner of the channel. I am the haunted doll. I am her haunted doll companion, Miss May. Okay? You can call me May. I'm she, her. I'm 21 inches tall. My birthday is May 1st, May Day. I'm an ancient being, ancient and terrible beast. My favorite color is brown. I love coffee. I love coffee. Likes and dislikes are pretty easy. Bunnies, sleeping, tarot, pastries, Halloween, Spooky Bunny Eve, caffeine. I hate it when you state your opinion on witchcraft as a fact. I will take that as a personal insult. I don't like it when people do collective love readings. I think it's icky and grimy. I think it's predatory, almost. I don't like it when people are scared of the devil card. I'll go all on about that later. I don't like it when people are scared of the devil card. I don't like it when people are scared of most tarot cards. And I don't like mangoes and I don't like melons. And I will not take advice. I'm a real doll. Okay, I need to emphasize this as much as I can. I am a real doll. In case anyone's wondering, this is a real doll that I am. I'm a real doll. Miss May found me in the bins, the same bins that Macklemore had in his thrift store video. I was, in fact, a steal. I was, in fact, a deal. And I was, in fact, the best thing that she's ever purchased. So I just want you all to know that's where I came from, in a mystery, an unknown. Okay? Nobody gets to know where I came from other than Macklemore's bins. Am I haunted? Yes. Really, that's all I needed to put on this slide. Yes. I am haunted. I'm possessed by something. My anger, which is what I'm possessed by. I'm possessed by my anger. It leaves me weak and eepy. I actually don't like being angry. And I have to do free tarot for all of you. Clearly something's trying to hold me back. Not going to talk about it a lot on stream, but I did move from the US to South America. Lady Lapine desperately needs to learn Spanish, and that's why my time zones are a little bit strange. I know that for my PST friends, my Pacific time zone friends, it's only like 4 in the afternoon, and I apologize for that, but that's the best I can do. And that's also why I'm gaining power. I'm getting stronger by the day down here. They can't reach me. They can't catch me. Lady Lapine's working on both models. She's working on one for herself, and she made this lovely model for me. And maybe we will stream learning Spanish. Maybe we will stream making the models. Who knows? My setup. My computer's a trooper. She's doing great. Really, really proud that we managed to get this far. But she's doing the best she can. So if there's any weird lag, if there's any weird artifacting or font stuff, it's probably from my end. And I would love it if you would alert me to that. As for tarot, Lady Lapine has been reading tarot for over 10 years now, and she thinks of herself as pretty good at it. I am an ancient being. I don't need to qualify myself to you. You will just accept my tarot readings. We freely mix tarot and oracle cards. If you specifically don't want something, please let me know. If you specifically want something, please let me know. As you can see, you can request a specific deck of mine if you know of it and like it. You only get 1 free reading per stream per person. Free readings are 3 cards. I can choose to do more for someone, but if I choose to only give you 3, please don't complain. Okay, like I said, whoa! Uh-oh. Wow. Might stream building more models later. I'm having a lot of fun doing that. Might stream learning Spanish. I'm going to be upfront and honest with everybody. The only VTuber that I've actually watched is Corone, and I've only watched her learning English streams. I think they're really funny. And if I could do something like that with Spanish, I would be over the moon. I will also be uploading standalone videos. And I'm open to suggestions for both videos and streams. So I'd love to hear what you could come up with. My socials are all the same. Lady Lapine on YouTube, Blue Sky, Instagram. I'm also going to set up a Ko-fi. I haven't done that yet. But if you want to leave tips for readings, or if you want to pay me for a personal reading, it would be through Ko-fi probably, or Etsy. I'll set it up. Some quick credits and quick streaming schedule. It is one stream schedule. First Tuesday of every month, 6 CST, which is this time that you're tuning in now. I'm going to start slow, and then we might build up to other things. Like I said, learning Spanish, or more tarot streams, or really whatever you guys request. Okay. So now that I've power run through that, I can go over here and I can check the chat and see what people have been saying. I'm going with the ancient holiday. Yes. Hot takes right out of the gate. Which one's the hot takes? The melons? Is the melons the hot take? Oh no, you can't see the slides. Oh my god, I just did that whole thing without the slides. No. Why can't you see the slides? Oh, that made me so mad. Oh, thank you for telling me. I can't believe it. Oh my god. Why wouldn't it show? Oh, well, technical difficulties is something you have to expect in a debut stream. You have to expect technical difficulties. I'm sorry, you just stared at the same screen for however long that took me to present. It was fun to listen. I'm glad. I'm really glad. Well, maybe I can do a redo later. Maybe I can redo that later. I made a whole fun PowerPoint with animations and everything. Oh, awful. Terrible. No good. Well, at least it gets us 15 minutes. Wow, that was fast. I ran through that, didn't I? Well, I'm glad I ran through it if it was if there was no slides. Good info, glad. Hating on people who state witchcraft is fact. Hating on certain cards. Yeah. Yeah, I have hot takes. I have hot takes, and they're about the Devil card, they're about the Death card, they're about the Tower card, they're about melons, they're about mangoes. Don't bring that around me. Don't bring that negativity around me. Okay. Well, I guess that means that we can go straight into the readings if y'all want. And I will put a big disclaimer out right now. Usually tarot readings are pretty personal. Usually tarot readings have the chance of bringing up some really personal stuff, some really private stuff. And we are on a public stream. So please be aware and please consent to that. So raise your hand or just write in the chat if you want to have your cards read. And if you have a specific question, I will ask you to think of it. And when I call on you, you can give it to me, okay? All your information used against me. Okay, okay. You can go first. You're absolutely allowed to go first, Doji. Okay. What kind of vibe? What kind of question are we going for? I will also state that my cards are pretty picky. If you don't have a question in mind, they tend to just state facts. They tend to just tell you what your current situation is, and not give any advice. So if you just say, "Oh, just do a reading," they're just going to read you. They're just going to read you for filth. So you can have that happen. That's allowed. You're allowed to be read, but I would advise having a question. So let's pop on over to the reading screen. There we go. It's the reading setup. This is my best friend Sylvanus, the pumpkin, and Jarvis the ghost. Beautiful, thank you. Thank you. I worked very hard to set OBS up for this. It's a finicky program. Nothing comes to mind. Future happiness, yeah. Future happiness. I love that. And I know exactly the deck that will help you out with that one. So, this is the Marigold Tarot. Tarot? Why did I say it like that? The Marigold Tarot? And she might look pretty spooky. She is spooky, but she's also incredibly kind. She's also incredibly loving. So let's see. What are we feeling? Oh, that jumped out fast. Six of Cups reversed. That's fun. Okay. It's unexpected. Narrowing your options down. Focusing on cutting out what you don't need. What does that mean? Six of Cups reversed. Can we get a clarification card? Can we get another one? Oh. High Priestess. Okay. I mean, I'd call that happiness. I'd call High Priestess happiness. That's inner power, that's outer power. Future happiness. Taking hold of your power. Focusing in on one or two aspects instead of every single thing you could do, and becoming a master instead of a jack of all trades, maybe? Let's see, one more card. Can we get some clarification on the Six of Cups reversed? Oh, we got two cards. Interesting. Got the Chariot and the Ace of Cups reversed. And the way that these came out, this way. Still getting used to the camera. The way these came out, they made me actually think that the reversed don't matter in this case. They kind of jumped out sideways, trying to call each other equals, trying to call each other out that maybe reversed don't matter. So we're going to say that Six of Cups is just, upright. We're going to call it Ace of Cups just upright. So I think for future happiness, Doji, that sounds like you're working on your inner and outer power, your feminine energy, your spiritual energy, But also, I think that you might have like a big change coming with the Chariot and the Ace of Cups together. That sounds like maybe a new house, maybe a new job, maybe a new something. I know that you're pretty comfortable at your house and your job, so I can't imagine that being a source of joy to change those things. So I don't know what this big change is. It does feel like a big change, and it's definitely for the better. It's definitely for opening your horizons and for seeing which paths ahead are the right ones and which ones are the wrong ones. And it's going to be easy to tell. I think it's going to be easy to tell if you just listen to your gut and your heart. And that's what the High Priestess is there for. Does that make sense? Does that sound good? You have a follow-up question, maybe? Because you're allowed to have those. I should have put that in the rules, but you're allowed to have a follow-up question. Good. I'm glad that's helpful. I'm going to pull these back. The cat is absolutely screaming downstairs because Mom! Six of Cups reversed. Was that what I said? What did I say? Did I say something else? Yeah, Six of Cups reversed. Yeah. Did I say something else? Ah, oh, okay. You know that one's reversed. Okay, well, if that's what your gut says, that's what your gut says. Well, the ones that jumped out sideways were actually the Chariot and the Ace of Cups. These two. They're the ones that wanted to say, like, hey, we're equals. So it could be that the Six of Cups is actually reversed. Kind of cloudy, huh? Maybe not so easy to tell which path is right. Sorry. No matter what, though, with the High Priestess involved, and with that second duo of cards, I really think it's going to end up being really good for you. Whatever comes out. I'm glad with the top one. I'm glad. I'm glad. Yeah, the cat's like, please let me in. Please let me be part of the stream. Like, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna have you up on everything. Does anybody else want a reading? Or else I'll just start doing them for like tarot signs. Or else I'll just start doing them for like zodiac signs. Yeah. Actually, the cat's pretty good with cat's pretty good with his claws. He doesn't use his claws. Doesn't tear up the furniture. Doesn't tear up me, which is great. I don't want to get torn up. But he does use his teeth, and I don't like the teeth. Do dad? Okay. I can do dads. I can do dads. Any vibe? Any question we got? Or else, like I said, I'm just gonna read the room. It's just gonna tell you. It's just gonna tell you what's going on. I promise. Like when I was at a wedding, I was like, "Hey, let's read some guests tarot." We were just kind of chilling out. Okay, we can just read. Yeah, we were just chilling out, and it just kept spitting out cards that were like, "You're at a party. There's a happy couple. Everyone's having a good time." I was like, "Yeah, no, you really think so?" Okay, well, if that's the case, we're gonna do Ooh, we're gonna do this deck. Oh, oh, oh. Seals of the Witch Yule. I have all of this set except for, drumroll please, Astara, which is where you guys are in like a week. Got everything other than Ostara, which is the bunny themed one. But that's okay. They hadn't come out with it yet before we moved. Yule was the first one I got. I know you love Oracle. I love Oracle too. This Yule deck is my favorite of the set. Don't tell the other ones. It's the first one I got. She's very spooky. Perfect for the evening. And she is very much like a babushka. She's like a big, scary Baba Yaga babushka. She wants to help, but she's incredibly intimidating, but very powerful. What are we reading for that? Being kind of quiet. What's that going on? Are you gonna give me a card or not? But yeah, I was doing a reading for a friend who just had a major breakup. She goes, "Oh, just read for me. I don't want to ask you quiet." And it was like, Ace of Cups. You're sad. You should be sad. You're allowed to be sad. Oh, there we go. Cold Moon, number 6. Cold Moon. Now, with the Oracle cards, I'm less likely to go with intuition, and I'm more likely to read the booklet. Take with thy the dreariest of moments. Realize me for their tongue, and nourish me with light. Cold moon is the full moon that occurs in December. Represents illumination and brings clarity to things that have remained hidden. Now is not the time to give up. There is support and help. You will have a full understanding of your situation. Cold moon is shining on your spread, guiding you to see how many resources you have. You may have to look in unexpected places that perhaps have escaped your notice until now, or you may need a change in perspective. You could be focused on what's wrong rather than seeing additional pathways to success that are available to you. Okay, so illumination, about seeing what's hidden, about finding out what's right in front of you. It's a good card. And get some extra clarity on that one. Yes, we can, in fact. Tranquility. Oh, this way. This way. Tranquility. Number 39. Almost the end of the day. You have pulled tranquility because what you have asked about is beyond your control. It may seem ominous, but the fear is often much worse than the thing itself. Excessive worrying will only cause you more pain and could lead to self-fulfilling prophecies. I think that makes sense with the cold moon, honestly. Yeah, I think everybody needs that right now. Some tranquility, some illumination, some reassurance. That's what I'm getting out of this, at least. Because I'm getting kind of a reassurance that no matter how dark and scary it might seem, really, everything's pretty okay. One more card? One more card? Maybe some... I guess we already got quite a lot of advice. Maybe just a clarification card, yeah? Light, okay, well... Light! What did I just say? Illumination, clarity, light. That's 20. Light is a dynamic card, and when you have drawn it, you can expect an increase in your energy. You're feeling more confident, and you're likely to see an increase in motivation. Pulling the light card is like getting a big yes. You can expect a positive resolution when this card comes into a reading. Sign of abundance. Positive sign. Promising. Yeah, I think that's just kind of nailing home the first two cards. It seems dark, but it's not. When you really look at it, like even in the illustrations, you can see, well, kind of, if the camera would show it to you. If I would show it to you. It's kind of dark out, but I said what I said. Exactly. Exactly. My cards tend to do that a lot, honestly. Well, I'm gonna go next. Patricia, would you like to go next? Rowan, want to go next? Sure. Okay. Okay. Let's see. I know what deck. I know what deck. Oh, let Rowan go? Okay, yeah. Okay, Rowan, you got a vibe. You got a question you want to share? Yeah. Yeah, that's the enthusiasm I want. Upcoming wedding. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's see. I know who wants to play. It's the Hush Tarot. This has become basically my new favorite deck. What you should be focusing on. Yeah, I mean, it's good to not be worried. Excess stress is just excess stress. General advice to make your life easier. Yeah, I think we all need. Oh, whoa. Well, that was an immediate answer. It's too many cards, girl. What's going on? Okay, let's break this down. The World. We've got the Knight of Swords. And we've got the Hierophant. And I think that is maybe 2 on the nose. Yeah, I love this deck. I love this deck. Like I said, it's kind of becoming my new favorite deck. But yeah, this is kind of extremely on the nose, I think, for wedding advice. The world, it feels it's the end of one cycle, the beginning of another. You're excited, you're having a great time, you're really where you're supposed to be. You're really where you're supposed to be. Knight of Swords, moving fast, maybe faster than you want to move, maybe overwhelmed, but through all of that, you're in control and you're having a good time. Like I said, nothing negative about this at all. Hierophant. Uh, I mean, this one kind of screams wedding planner. uh, I don't think it has to be anything fancy. I don't think he has to be anything anything big, but like maybe a wedding planner could be a good idea. It spat out 6 cards all at once, actually, and so I want to go through the second 3 as well. So we've got the 7 of Coins. We've got the Knight of Cups. And we have the 2 of Cups, which, like, 2 of Cups, again, kind of incredibly self-explanatory of happy couple. Yay, happy couple. Seeing a second Knight card is kind of exciting. Seeing a second Knight card does make me think that those 2 Knights are both of you, and that you're both really going for it, and you're both, you know, charging into the sunset together, which I think is super cute. It does mean that one of you is like more analytical, more interested in cutting through red tape, more interested in like planning and making sure all the dots are crossed. And the other one is kind of just having a great time. The other one's just here for the ride and having the time of their life. As for the, what's this, the 7 of Cups? No, 7 of Coins. 7 of Coins, I think, is going to be... let me think about that for a second. Yeah, it's really cute, really good vibes. I really like this reading. Nothing negative about it in any way. I'm still trying to think about this. Coins, though. 7 of Coins. So that's probably... Yeah. I think that's kind of the same card as the Wheel. I think that's kind of the same vibe, at least. I think it's going to be about... Or not the Wheel, the World. The World was the last one you pulled. I think it's the same vibe. I think it's about possibility, about excitement, about prosperity, about doors opening, right? So, all in all, I think this was a great, happy reading. And I think the only advice that they really are giving to you right now is like, maybe a wedding planner. But like, you guys are having a great time. You guys are doing the right stuff. You guys aren't pulling each other down or making this more stressful than it needs to be. I think you guys are making the right choices. But it could be easier if you had a teacher. Does that sound good? Does that make sense? Yeah, you're welcome. You're so welcome. That was a joy to read, honestly. That was a joy to read. I love it when people have questions like that are so intimidating. Like, how can I make my wedding go smoother? And the cards are just like, you're doing great. You're doing a great job. Doshi thought the reading was cute. Cards thought you two were cute. All right. Yes. Okay. Does that mean it is your turn? Yep. Your turn. You got a vibe or question? It's not really. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to pull from this deck, which is the Stitch Rabbit Tarot. It is Major Arcana only, which actually makes it kind of harder to read, but it has the vibes of like such a strange little analogy. Thank you. Yes. I love my little rig I made up. I love Miss May. That's my name. It's who I am. But the Stitch Rabbit Tarot. Yeah, I love this deck. She has the vibe of like a mute little girl. A mute little girl that just like looks at a problem and points at it and expects you to fix it. And I think it's because she lacks the minor arcana cards. So it makes her just kind of like stare you in the eyes and point at something until you fix it instead of giving you details. So we got any cards coming out? Oh, yep. Oh, we got the moon. It's just funny that we get the moon after Dad got cold moon. That speaks to the same kind of light in the darkness, the same kind of confusion as Dad's cards did. And then we got the Magician, again signifying that you have what you need and you don't need to be scared. I mean, you can be scared. Bravery is not the absence of fear. We're allowed to have that one quote, and that's it. And the Chariot. You're going places. Got stuff to do, things to see. You can't let anything hold you back. You can't let anything say you're too confused, you're too scared, because you're not. You're not ever too scared or confused to do anything. You're just scared and confused. Like, in the moment, that's advice that sucks. And doesn't feel great. But, you know, when everything's over, you go, yeah, actually, I was ready for that. Yeah, actually, I did do a great job. So, I think that that's kind of the same vibe. All Aries! Yeah. Is this making sense? Yeah, it's Aries season. My partner's the one that is the zodiac and astrology expert of the two of us. Yeah, I love this deck. I wonder why. Exact. Yes, Rowan. Yes, that is the vibe. Charging forward, just like the chariot. Just like the chariot. We're here to keep going. We're here to live life. We're here to have fruit and to eat it and to feel the sun on our face. It's okay to be confused and scared, but keep being, alive. Keep eating fruit. That's something I have to tell myself sometimes. When I'm really, really upset, I'm really, really overwhelmed. I'll get like I'll get a piece of fruit and I'll eat it and I go, wow, this came out of the ground. And like suddenly everything seems really like pointless. Everything seems like, oh, I was making a big deal out of nothing. You got any follow-up questions? Or is this making sense? Is this feeling good? Yes. It's Easter week, which I didn't know was a thing in like Catholic countries. What do you mean disconnected? What do you mean disconnected? Am I disconnected? Am I still here? Can you guys still hear me? Am I still streaming? Sorry, OBS told me I'm disconnected. Okay. You saw it hiccup. Okay, okay, good. Scared me. Big scary pop-up. Reconnection successful. Okay, I believe you. Yeah, apparently Easter week is a whole big thing. Here it's called Tourism Week because nobody really cares about Easter. So they go and they go places and they do tourism stuff. So it's called tourism week. Yes, OBS is participating in Spooky Bunny Eve. Ooh. Anyway, I was saying something about Tourism Week for a reason, and I've completely forgotten. So just have that nice anecdote for you. That's for you now. I think it was about how everything's closed. I don't remember. Anybody else? Anybody else next in line? Otherwise, I can just go on about the devil card or something. Me, okay, okay. Okay, so we'll do Rhiannon and then we'll do Stephanie, okay? We'll do Rhiannon and then we'll do Stephanie. And for Rhiannon, I'm going to do Seasons of the Witch Samhain. Because for us, Samhain is next week, I think. Or a week and a half or something like that. May 1st? Is May Day? Is Samhain on May Day? Samhain might be on May Day. That'd be wild. I'm still getting used to holidays being like uncoupled. Like Yule has nothing to do with Christmas. Ostara, nothing to do with Easter. Samhain, nothing to do with Halloween. It's gonna take some getting used to. Okay, Rhiannon, you got like a vibe, like a question? Because I just started shuffling. Ah, okay, right. I am the doll. Yeah. How's Lady Lapine and Rhiannon's apartment hunting going to go? What do we need to look for? Those are great questions. We've toured one apartment, and it was really nice, and I really liked it, and Rihanna really liked it, and it had a nice light. Yeah, that's the one. It had a nice light. It didn't have a view in any of the windows, though, which is fine. We can deal with that, except for one window. One window had an amazing view straight out to the water, and like a picture frame. Honestly, the window was like a picture frame out over the water, and the picture frame perfectly centered in the middle was the American Embassy's flagpole. And we said, no, we can't do that. Oh, don't get too distracted driving. So now we're still looking for more apartments, but it's tourism week, so everything's closed. And we are going to need a real estate agent in order for people to actually respond to our emails. Oh, come on. Are you just going to shuffle forever, or do you have anything to say? Are you not the deck? Are you not the deck that we need? Do we need to try a different one? Aha! That's kind of a lot. It's kind of a lot of cards, though. Reflection. Reflection, which is 32. Already getting kind of a bad vibe from this one. Oh, maybe not. No. Reflection shows you the person you've become for better or for worse. Like this haunted doll, perhaps. It can be challenging to stand in the truth of who you are today. However, pretending these circumstances don't exist is like hiding under a sheet of paper in a rainstorm. Reflection has come into your reading to ask you to be honest with yourself. Okay. We gotta be honest about what we want. Oh, it's not that they don't like you. It's not that Samhain doesn't like you. Samhain just has personal space issues and doesn't want being touched. So we just gotta be honest with what we actually want, which unfortunately is probably going to be a lot of, well, bathtubs don't exist in this country, so we don't get one. This one, next one is number 19, and we have some. If there's children in the chat that don't need anything too risque, please look away. Greet the darkness. Greet the darkness. Number 19. What in the world is this camera doing? There we go. Instead of the shower bath combos. I mean, I would honestly take a shower bath combo over nothing but showers. I love baths too much. Love baths too much. Inner truth. Yeah, this is the same kind of vibe as the first one, I think. Hidden things are not bad. You may see things that you can't. There are many things you can't see that hold the secret to life, abundance, and renewal. You have pulled Greet the Darkness as a call to go deep into your dark corners. There are parts of you that are beautiful yet remain undiscovered. This feels exactly like the reflection card. like exactly the same. Okay, what other cards are in here that we pulled? Which ones are different? Wolf, maybe? Let's see if Wolf is different. Wolf 44. Oh, very last card of the deck. We're getting world vibes. Instincts are a roadmap to surviving the human experience. Instinct and intuition are gifts from the powers that be to help us discover happiness and support well-being. Wolf is calling to remind you that you know your way home. You may feel lost or confused about something in life. You may not know which direction or what is safe to pick up. Wolf allows your instinct to take over. Yeah, again, it kind of feels like the same thing. And she might just be driving a point home now. So I guess how does this relate to finding an apartment again? I think this is probably trust your gut. Yeah, trust your gut. Really, really, really look into reflect on reflect on what we can give up and what we have to have. Not everything's scary. Not everything's bad. And if our hard line is we can't see an American flag, that's fine. Trust your gut, yeah. Want to rent a townhouse, yeah. The houses here are gorgeous. The houses here are amazing. Look at the walls really carefully. Just like really get in there. Just really make sure that those walls aren't hiding anything. Yeah. They might have eyes, but is it the walls that have eyes? No, it's the hills that have eyes. Never mind. Okay, and now next in line. Thank you, Salin, for being nice. Next in line is Stephanie, right? Right? Pretty sure. Gash is deeper than the walls. You know, maybe the house is 1.5 centimeters bigger on the inside. Maybe that's what we need to be looking out for. All right, Stephanie, do you have a vibe or question you need to ask? I almost put in my PowerPoint that none of you got to see that I had likes and dislikes, and I almost put in like terrified of, and the only thing on that list was Frank Sinatra. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I love Frank Sinatra. However, however, I have been trained, unfortunately, by a certain media that I consumed to be terrified of Frank Sinatra, like Pavlov's dog. Yeah, yeah, it's a long story. It's a long story, but there was a horror franchise I really liked, and every time the monster came on screen, it would play say Frank Sinatra. So I got Pavlov dogged into being afraid of Frank Sinatra. Okay. Okay. Are we just doing vibes, Stephanie, or we just got a question? Because I'm picking out a deck for you. Picking out a deck. Oh, I know what deck. I know. Just general. Okay, that's fine. This deck doesn't have a box for me to show you, but it is called the Paulina Tarot, and it's really gorgeous, and it's based off of, I think it's based off of Mardi Gras? Yeah, I think it's based off of Mardi Gras, and you'll be able to see the art pretty soon. So vibes. Vibes. What are capital T, capital V, the vibes? Gorgeous, just like you, exactly. Oh, 3 cards, all in a row. Let's see what's up. We've got Page of Cups. Page of Cups. It's a jester. We've got Page of Pentacles, which is a pretty little clown. And we got the 4 of Cups, which looks like a lonely ballet dancer. Now, let's see. That makes me think that you are growing. There's something here to grow from and grow tremendously from. You're learning. It's about being a student, being an inner child. Not in like a you have to grow up kind of way, but in a you kind of have the blessing of being taught. The blessing of being, taught easily, like a kid can, right? And with the cups and the pentacles there, it's kind of a holistic thing. It's kind of an all-around growth and teaching. The 4 of Cups is generally a pessimism kind of card about kind of not looking at your blessings and instead focusing on what you don't have. But I think that here it's more about turning away from, what is it saying? It's saying something about, I don't know, it's saying something very clearly to me, and I just don't have the words for it. So let me look for the words real quick. I think it's about how you don't, and this is kind of the vibe of every single reading I've done so far, if you've been paying attention, but like you don't see the blessings that are in front of you, and they're going to make themselves obvious pretty quick. They're right there, they're not going away, and they're not a test, and they're not like going to require anything from you. Just once you notice them, then you'll be able to take advantage of it and learn. But you have to figure out how to notice them first, which is often the hard part, right? That's why we're getting moon, that's why we're getting cold moon, that's why we're getting light, right? It's about kind of letting go of preconceived fear, confusion, and just kind of like, I hate saying let go, let God. No, we're not letting go, we're not letting God. But we are going to look at our blessings in the face. We're going to take advantage of them. Sounds like everybody in chat gets that, actually. Not just you. Does that make sense? Do you have any clarifying questions? Anything else you wanted to know? Or is that resonating and feeling good? Also, hi, they move. I just noticed you in the chat. Did just get out of retrograde. Absolutely did just get out of retrograde. 4 of Cups is extremely retrograde coded. So I think you're gonna see that flog lift, and you're gonna start noticing these clowns, these happy clowns here to let you have fun and learn stuff. Hi. Oh, thank you for inviting people. It makes me so happy that people want to be here. Now I'm wondering, have we done everybody except they move? Has anybody not gotten a reading yet? Other than they move? They move, would you like a reading? Yeah, I think so. I think it's like a little waving guy. I've been having a blast. I'm really glad that I get to do this. I can't believe it's only been an hour though. Oh, it's okay if you don't have a specific. It's okay if you don't have a particular question. We can just do a vibe. But I will state again that the vibe checks tend to be very obvious and very they'll just kind of tell you what you already know. I've learned I don't. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to say anything, but I think it's a little I think it's a little excited guy. It's okay. So we'll do a vibes. Yeah, it looks like a little thumbs up. I agree. I agree. So we'll do a vibes. And what are we gonna do for vibes? We're gonna do this one. We're gonna do the Crow Tarot, because they're just little guys. They're just little guys that like to have fun. This deck is this deck is jittery and sweet and exciteful and playful. They don't take things seriously, and they like to have fun. And I think that that's a great deck to just get a vibe check from. Here we go. We've got a 9 of coins. Great vibe check, guys. High Priestess. Am I doing gotcha tarot now? You rolled a 9 of coins. What's the next one? This is a great read. Sounds like you've been taking care of your spiritual self and it's paying off. It's paying off in just like an awareness of, again, just like the vibe for tonight is light and levity. Levity? Light and light in confusion and letting go of confusion. You've let go of it and you've seen what blessings are right in front of you and maybe been able to profit from that, right? And we've got, we got the Queen of Swords! Queen of Swords, if you could see her. Maybe, the Queen of Swords. And the 4 of Wands. So this is really good vibes. This is, again, this is like strong self-discipline, strong self-worth, strong self-concept. So you know yourself or are learning yourself and are really benefiting from that. You are starting to realize how powerful you are. And that's a good thing. That's a great thing. And it's doing a lot for your social circle, and it's doing a lot for your ability to, you know, see the world as it really is. Like taking off, you know how they say like people have rose-colored glasses? It feels like you're taking off a pair of like blue-colored glasses and seeing the world brighter and rosier and just overall more like it is, but in a good way. Going from seeing things pessimistically to realistically, which is giving you power, right? So I think that's a great read, right vibe. Does it make sense? Does it vibe? Does it check? Do you have follow-up questions? Oh, help from your friends. Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, we all have to have that sometimes. Good. I'm so glad. So I think that is everybody in chat that I've done a reading for, right? Yeah. Just doing a big check over. So if that's the case, oh, you're so welcome, and I'm glad you like the deck. They like you too. They're just goofy little guys. So if we've gotten through everybody's like personal stuff, I would love to do like maybe an Aries reading, or maybe, I don't know, people can drop their astrological signs in the chat, and we can start with the birthday girls and do kind of a general Aries reading, and then move on to other people's signs. And it would be from like now to solstice, probably would be the time frame. Do people like that idea? Or do you think you'd like to see something else? I could try and get the PowerPoint to work. I could try and get the PowerPoint to work, but like no promises. That sounds fun, yeah? I wanted to have little like images I could bring up. A little. Okay, cool. Yeah, Aries first, because it's Aries right now. And we got the birthday girls. Taurus. Oh yeah, because you're like right on the cusp. I forgot about that. Well, we'll do Taurus next then, because I don't want to make you feel left out, and you both got birthdays. Okay, let's see. That is the case. Let's start off with controversial take down here in the Southern Hemisphere. But we're going to start the Aries read up with, is that an emote? Is the loading bar a little emote, or is that, okay, it is. I was really worried that like chat had crashed. Yeah, we'll do Aries and then Taurus, and then we'll see if we can get the PowerPoints up and running. And then we'll move on to other people's signs. I think that's a fair deal. I'm so sleepy. My eyes won't stay open. So, controversial takedown in the Southern Hemisphere, but for the Aries up home, we're going to start out with the Wait, no. Controversial take for the northern hemisphere, not controversial down here. We're going to start out with the Mabon, the Mabon deck, because it's currently Mabon season down here. I'd like to do just a simple spread. Oops. Yeah, see? They like to come out all at once when they know what they're talking about. Yeah, this is perfect. Okay, we've got cocoa, wool, St. John's wort and marigold, and harvest witch. Ooh, that's exciting. So with these, let's see what they have to say. And then I'm going to follow it up with some tarot cards, just so that we can kind of understand in a more traditional sense rather than just with oracle cards. Let me actually push these a little bit down so you can see them. I haven't figured out how to set this camera up for y'all just yet. Make it nice. Hopefully this will look good. So Coco is about an open heart and tenderness. So remember, this reading is going to be until the solstice. So down here, winter solstice, up there, summer solstice. Cocoa is a comforting drink to experience. I think we can all agree on that. And when this card appears, it's a message from Spirit acknowledging any emotional hurt and pain you've felt. Okay. So it's about, yeah, yummy. It's about love and comfort, about loving yourself. It's about unconditional self-love, which is, it feels unattainable a lot of the times, I think, for a lot of us. But in the moments where we get to experience it, it's absolutely life-changing. So I think that that is a constant goal we're striving towards, and this feels like you're on the right track to get there in the next month and a half, I guess. Yeah, month and a half-ish. Right? Am I doing my dates right? I feel like I'm doing it right. Next up was wool, which again is a comfy, cozy kind of thing, which makes sense with the Mabon deck. Security, safety, sacred space, feeling at home. Standing your ground. Sometimes getting dressed in the morning is what you need to feel motivated, renewed, and powerful, while other times it's standing your ground and saying no. So it's about how self-care tips and things that worked one day aren't going to work the next. And about how you have to let yourself be human. You have to let yourself be messy like that. You can't just expect the same input to work every single time because your needs are going to be different every single time. Which makes sense with the Coco card. It's the sense of listening to yourself, a sense of accepting that you're messy and you're supposed to be because you're human. And you're allowed to be because you're human. And even so, you're going to get where you want to be. St. John's wort and marigold, protection against dark forces, repels negative or unwanted energy. So there are negative energies around that are needing to be swept away, needing to be pushed out. They're not because you did anything wrong. They're not because someone else is trying to get to you. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's about, day to day yuck building up, just like dust, just like kitchen gross, just like dirty dishes. Just needs cleaned out. And that's going to help you feel more, make you feel more real, make you feel more grounded, make you feel more clean, just like a shower. So maybe some like literal flowers in your space might be good. Maybe some bell ringing. I love bell ringing. I use, do I have it right here? Yeah, I do. I use a little spray. I use a little spray bottle of like happy good stuff, and I will absolutely recommend this. Maybe I can drop a link to Circle of Healing. Her stuff always works for me. Just a spray that is made to clear the air, make stuff feel good, get bad stuff out. Little room shower. Hell, use Lysol if you want. Use what is that called? Not Windex. Febreze. You can just use Febreze to banish negative energy. As long as you like use it to do that specifically, then it'll work. And then last, Harvest Witch. Harvest Witch. Which sounds like it's the culmination of like what all this self-care is getting towards. Rewards for effort, maturity, and satisfaction. That's what I said. I said this is the reward. Yeah, you don't have to use Febreze. I would much rather you use Michelle Mahler's stuff. Yeah, you can't just put water in a spray bottle too and like pretend the negative energy's a cat. Just be like, "Psst, hey, stop. Get out of here." So this one says, this card came up because there's no guarantee a crop will yield results or that the results will be worth the effort. Sometimes things don't work out. You may need to consider whether or not you've actually given all you have to give. Harvest is here to evaluate your progress, whether you're doing enough. Yeah, see, this is kind of harsh though. I really think it has more to do with like reaping, right? It's about reaping what you sow. And these three other cards are about sowing the right energy for yourself, are about giving yourself grace, giving yourself food, giving yourself what you need, and being gentle and kind, cleaning your space, cleaning yourself, taking a literal shower and a space shower, and you're gonna see real results out of that. That's what I'm getting from this read. So let's follow it up with, we got Marigold from this, so let's do the Marigold Tarot deck with some follow-up tarot cards, and we'll move on to the next slide. So what else needs to be said from now until solstice? See, the one thing I haven't figured out with this setup with OBS and everything yet is getting chat to display on screen. Everybody else makes it look so easy, but I looked it up with like third-party plugins and overlays and graphic sets and like, I don't know. I'm pretty proud of what I've got set up here. I'm pretty proud that I got everything set up, even if the PowerPoint didn't work. But maybe next time chat will be on the video. Because I feel like I'll probably upload this segment. Circle of Healing is so special. I will absolutely shout out and recommend Michelle Mahler's Circle of Healing. Always, always, always works for me. I love her stuff. Thank you. I'm glad you think I should be proud. I saw you. I saw you. Where'd you go? Okay, let's see. Got the Nine of Swords, which I think is all of that gunk, all of that like spiritual and physical bleh that these first cards are telling you to kind of wash off and be gentle with yourself and be able to let yourself be human about. That's what I think that is. That's one of those cards. Nine of Swords is one of those cards that people get really afraid of, and I get really mad when people are afraid of cards. And then we got the Five of Wands. Five of Wands. Now that is, isn't that? Yeah, that's. I think that's talking about how you're being nice to yourself, right? Do you see how you're both the subject and the object of that sentence? It makes you kind of two different people. You've been kind of fighting with yourself, maybe. Maybe you haven't realized it, but maybe if you think about it, you're like, yeah, actually, I kind of have. And this is, yeah, again, about that being kind to yourself, about making sure that you're in harmony, in harmony with, the you that needs help and the you that can give help, the you that needs a break and the you that can give them a break, the you that needs a shower and the you that has the body, the one that has the feet, control of the feet to go into the shower, right? So I think that's a pretty good through line and a pretty good message to give to Aries, right? Oh, thank you for liking my UI. I love my UI too. Okay. Oh, did the music stop? The music probably stopped a while ago, huh? I told it to loop. Here we go. Spooky. We have to have the spooky music. So that was Aries. I liked that. I think it was helpful. And now I said we do Taurus next, right? Yeah. Cards in their boxes and think about Taurus. What cards do you need? I think I know. I think I know what cards you need. We're going to start off with the Urban Crow Oracle. It's the Oracle card that goes with the Crow deck I used earlier. They are just as sweet, just as funny, just as playful as the tarot version. But they are... It's going to sleep. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the model needs a little bit of help with the eyes. But it'll get there. It'll get there. These crows are just as nice, but they are very, very adamant that they do not want to be woken up during the day. If you play with them or draw them during the daytime, they will yell at you and give you cards like danger and terror and angry. But it's nighttime now, so they won't do that. All right, Taurus. What are we doing until solstice? Oh, The cat's here. Oh no, the cat's here. Hopefully he doesn't come up on, or maybe hopefully he does. It really depends on your outlook on life, huh? About these crow decks that I'm, ooh, yeah, the Oracle doesn't like daylight hours. Aww, these are sweet. So we've got community, waterproof, and mimicry. So let's see what that has to say. Community is about roosts, about what family, what pack, like a pack of crows is a roost. A sanctuary, a place for the crow to retreat to in the evening when they are accepted, where they are accepted and comforted. Lean on your community, lean into the groups of people that you feel most at peace with during times of friction or stress. Which I think is so sweet. A murder, right? That's the word for it. Wait, no. Isn't it a murder of... Is it a murder of crows or is it a murder of ravens? I should know. I should know. These cards are based on... These cards are based on my crows. Murder of crows. Yeah, okay. Murder of crows. Murder of crows. Yeah, you gotta be with your murder. Whatever murder makes you feel best. You gotta go to them. You gotta find comfort in your murder. Are you ready to do that? Are you ready to find comfort in your murder? Waterproof. Sorry, we're moving on. Waterproof. Crow feathers have a greasy protective coating that prevents water from getting through to the skin. You too have the ability to create a waterproof experience. Sorry, I keep doing that. You too have the ability to create a waterproof exterior. When we are waterproof, we are protected from others' draining emotions that can weigh us down. Being waterproof allows you to experience a storm without letting it hold you back. Unkindness of ravens. Yeah, you're right. A conspiracy of ravens. Okay. I think that makes sense, right? It's about the community, about weathering a storm, both with, I'd say, like your own kind of waterproofing, your own kind of stocking up on supplies, your own readying yourself, and then also leaning on your community. So what's mimicry got to do with this? I'm so interested in what this card is. I don't know if I've pulled mimicry before. There was a crow from Montana that was able to mimic a person's call. Like when the person was calling to their dog, the crow learned how to make the same noise in order to call the dog. Wow. The call was so convincing the dog believed it was its guardian calling out. Mimicry speaks to something or someone that is not genuine. Sometimes we find the need to fake it till we make it and project a persona. Project a persona. No, don't come for me. That is not our own to get a foot in the door, but be cautious as it may come out that the words you speak are not your own. You are merely mimicking. No, I don't think that's what I'm doing. This card may also serve as a warning. There may be someone less than genuine who is parroting words you want to hear to gain favor. Interesting. Interesting. I don't think that I'm used to the crows giving out, like, genuinely scary or negative information. Both of these decks are so sweet and silly that that's kind of... Oh, not used to it. I am a real haunted doll. I am a real haunted doll. You can't take that from me. That's not a persona. I'm a real, genuine haunted doll from the Macklemore thrift shop. I had animations and everything and y'all didn't see it. I'm so sad. So it looks like the crows are telling Tauruses. I'm getting kind of prepper vibes from this, but like in a really sweet way, right? I'm getting it in like a homesteading. That's like the neutral word for it, right? Gardening. Canned food. Preparing for the winter, preparing for a storm. Like, I'm getting kind of hurricane party from this, which I've never experienced, but kind of, you know, prepping for the worst, but expecting the best, and being around people that you like. Yes, I have seen your house. You have sent me pictures of your garden, and I do think that this is talking about that. I think that that's what waterproof is. I think it's about, you know, that personal kind of getting ready, and then community is about a communal getting ready. Mimicry, on the other hand, is the spooky card. I don't think it's actually spooky. I think that this is just in every single community, there's going to be someone that you don't get along with. And that's just a fact of life. Just a fact of life. And it might happen sooner rather than later. And since you're doing so good at at preparing, just prepare for it. Just prepare for it, you know? You've got this. Now we're going to pull some tarot on top of that, and I'm not going to use... I'm not! Supposed to the limit of mine. So if I lean over here... Sorry, I'm like, where can I go? Where the tracking light won't lose me. I'm not going to use the Crow Tarot on top of the Crow Oracle, sorry. Ours mimic the baby chicks? Your crows mimic your baby chicks? That is that cute or is that scary? I don't know. It's both. I mean, if I was around baby chicks, that's all I would mimic too, right? I would just be going beep, 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 all day long. Beep, 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 beep. Okay. No, they shouldn't. They're plenty more fed up. Whoa, that card jumped. That card jumped. 2 of Wands. And look, it's even a little baby bird that just hatched. It's even a little baby bird that just hatched. We were just talking about chicks. That's kind of spooky. That's kind of spooky. What's the next one? What's the next one? I want at least 2 cards here. 2 of Wands and... Ooh, 10 of Cups. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That community, mimicry might be scary, but this community here, that's a good community. That's a community you want to stick with. That's a community that's only going to grow and get better. It's going to age like a fine wine. As for the Two of Wands, Crossroads. Yeah, that actually makes a ton of sense. That actually makes sense because then you have that waterproofing, you have that amazing community, and you're going to be able to see this mimic, this spooky mimic from a mile away because you have, you know, I like the way that this card is. It's like a weather vane. It's pointing you in the right direction, right? Do you see it? I don't know if you can actually see it right here. The little bird's on a weather vane. And the weather vane is going to point them in the right direction. They're at a crossroads. But that's okay. Because they're going to make the right choice. I like that reading. That's a sweet reading. Okay. Tauruses are doing good. Aries are doing good. You know who's not doing good? Microsoft. PowerPoint didn't work. Let's see if we can make it work. Put these cards away real quick. Let's see. What is wrong with the PowerPoint? We're gonna pop on over to the PowerPoint screen. 1, 2, 3, go! Now we're at the PowerPoint screen. And we're gonna see why the PowerPoint doesn't work. So if I go home and then, right, it's like a view, it's like a start button, right? Start from beginning. Let's see if this works. No, unfortunately, it has made it full screen. So I can't, like, check chat, check OBS to see if it worked. Did it work? Did you see it go full screen? Maybe an OBS thing. Spooky Bunny! Yeah, that's me. Maybe an OBS thing. Maybe, but it did not work. Interesting. Interesting. Let's just go through it, like, in this view, then. Let's, like, not make it full screen. So, I already did all this, but let's pretend I didn't do it. This is Lady Lapine's channel, but you might have already noticed I am not Lady Lapine. I am Miss May. I am Miss May, Lady Lapine's haunted doll. It's a pleasure to meet you. She is a witch. I am her haunted doll familiar. My pronouns are she, her. My name is Miss May. I am 21 inches tall. My birthday is May 1st, otherwise known as May Day. I am a ageless being. I'm old, and you don't need to know how old I am. I love brown, and I love coffee. I love coffee a lot. I also like bunnies. I think that's pretty obvious. I like sleeping, if you couldn't tell from my eyes already. I like tarot and witchcraft, pastries, Halloween, Spooky Bunny Eve, and caffeine. Is caffeine spelled wrong? Caffeine. Dislikes include spelling. You know, I'm ancient. I know so many languages, and that doesn't mean I know all of them well. I think English is the only modern language I know. Don't ask me to speak Spanish. I need to learn how to speak Spanish. I don't like it when people state their opinion on witchcraft is fact. I don't like collective readings that are for love or romance. I think that that's icky and gross and predatory. I don't like it when people are scared of tarot cards, but I especially don't like it when people are scared of the devil card. It makes me mad. And I don't like mangoes and melons. And I won't be taking advice. Okay, just real quick check. This time people are seeing things right. Spelling rules do change over the years. Okay, so this screen shows that nothing's changing. So I'm going to assume that nothing's changing. Let's see. Oh no, it is changing. Okay, I'm just delayed. Okay, good. Okay. I cannot stress this enough, but I am a real doll. I am a real doll in the real world, coming to you, possessed, haunted over this computer screen. Where am I from? Like I said, I am an ancient being, but Lady Lapine did find me in the bins, in the Seattle bins, same bins from the Macklemore music video. And I was a treasure. Best thing she's ever found. Where I was before that and where I came from, I will not say, and I will not elaborate. I am simply an old ancient being, Babylonian, ancient Egyptian, ancient English, Beowulf, I don't know. I'm trying to name old languages and I don't know any. Am I haunted? Yes. I'm possessed by something, probably anger. Anger and spite. Along with an old god. My anger leaves me weak and EB. As you could tell, I'm so very EB. And I have to do free tarot for everybody. That's draining. That's horrible. Quick side note, my time zone is crazy because I have moved to South America. And that move to South America is what is getting the powers that be to stop chasing me, to stop trying to track me down. I have like vampire hunters that are trying to get me, and so I'm gaining power by being so far away from them. But the time zones are super weird, and Lady Lapine does desperately need to learn Spanish. So we might do some like Duolingo streams. My only VTuber that I watched is Corone, and I only watched her streams where she learned English. So if I could get even like 5% as funny as that, I'll be happy. If I did some Spanish learning streams. Lady Lapine has made this beautiful, absolutely not live 2D, this is streaming real haunted doll to you over the internet. And she's also making her own live 2D model. She really loves drawing, she really loves using the program, it's a lot of fun. So we might stream making that model as well. Okay, so the animation on this screen isn't funny if you can't see it animated, but my setup is trooping. My setup's doing a great job, and I'm really proud of it. I just run on a laptop. It's just a nice laptop that I got for illustrating, and this is not its intended purpose. Lady Lapine has been reading tarot for over 10 years, and she considers herself pretty good at it, and that's why she wanted to start sharing it with people. I am an ancient being who need not tell you why I am good at things. You should just take that for granted. And we do freely mixed tarot and oracle cards together. If you have a card deck that you want in particular, you can request it, or you can request that I don't do oracle cards or I don't do tarot cards or something. People get 1 free reading per person per stream. Hard rule. Free readings are 3 cards. I can choose to do more for someone, but if you only get 3, don't complain about it, please. Please don't complain about it. And I should add in here the rule of if you don't give me a question, the cards will just describe your circumstance to you and might not give you advice. So, we might stream, like I said, drawing or building Lady Lapine's model. We probably won't use Lady Lapine's model until I'm not streaming off of a laptop, because I want it to be a lot more complicated than this little 6-hour model. And that might burn my computer down. We might stream some Spanish learning games. I will be uploading standalone videos, and I am open to suggestions for content of both stream and standalone video. I got my socials. They're all the same. I am going to make a Ko-fi, but I don't have one yet, and Ko-fi would be good for tips. Ko-fi would be good for paying for private readings, or that might be through my Etsy. I'm not sure yet. But I would set that up as soon as I open to that. I would let people know. I got a quick credit screen. And then streaming schedule. Right now it's just the free tarot screens. Free tarot streams are going to be first Tuesday of every month. Same time you tuned in today, which is 6 Central Standard Time. It is 8 p.m. my time, 4 p.m. Pacific time. We might do, like I said, other streams, but that would be up to what you guys find useful or exciting. There's a subscribe. There is a subscribe. So I'm checking up on the chat that I didn't get to see. Ellie knows my voice. Oh. Yeah, it's almost 10 here. Yeah, it's a 5-hour difference from Pacific time during daylight savings, and then 4 hours when it's not daylight savings, which is right now. Or maybe it's the other way around. But right now, it's 4 hours off of Pacific. If there was May, what would it be like? Yeah, that's kind of the vibe. Okay, yay! We got the PowerPoint this time! Now I saw Eric pop up. Is Eric still here? Would Eric like a reading? Or can we just vibe in the fact that I finally got the PowerPoint to kind of work? Don't like mangoes. No, I don't. I don't like mangoes. Don't like melons. Victory. No complaints. Good. I'm glad. Thank you. This was a lot of fun to set up, but it was also a little intimidating, so I'm really glad that it's proving to be fun for people. That was my main goal. You know, it's hard to know for sure if something's going to be fun. Okay, so I don't think... Yeah, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, ring that bell. Ring that bell. Once I hit, I think I told myself once I hit 50 subscribers on Blue Sky, I'm going to start reaching out to Latin American VTubers and seeing if they want to do Spanish learning streams with me, since they would be native Spanish speakers, and they might get a kick out of softly making fun of me. So please follow me on any social media that you can get your hands on of those three that I have. Soon to be four once I make myself a Ko-fi, which I really should have done before debut, but that's okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, well, if we're done with that, pop on over to webcam view, Sylvanus. Oh, thank you guys. It means so much to me. Yay, thank you. Oh my gosh, I didn't tell everybody. I didn't tell everybody how, like, the minute before I went live, I'm not even joking, the minute before I went live, the chair I was sitting in, like, crumbled. It was an old, plastic, like, lawn chair, and it just, like, dissolved underneath me. So please let that be a sign that all of the debut bad luck happened before the stream even started. No, I thought it was auspicious, right? No, I'm fine. I'm fine. The cursed spirit of spooky bunny. Yeah, no, I'm fine. It was just really funny and quite surprising, and I'm just really glad that I got all the bad stuff out before stream even started, which is great. Okay. Is there another zodiac sign people would like me to do? Do we have any? I think somebody said Sagittarius in the chat. Is there anybody else? Babylonian. I don't think I can really pull dust off my Babylonian right now. Otherwise, I'll just start going in order. We did Aries and Taurus, so next it would be, hold on. I'm not the zodiac child. I'm the tarot child. After that is Gemini? Is Gemini next? Aries, Taurus, yeah, Gemini. Yeah, up the stairs, Rhiannon calls Gemini! That's a song. Calendars have changed since ancient. Ancient Sumerians did too. I want to know about that complaint. Sagittarius. Okay. Well, you can do Sagittarius. You can do Sagittarius and then see how stream's feeling. I know I had a few more people saying they wanted to show up. So as you show up, please just... Oh, no, it's fine. I'll do you. It's okay. We'll do Sagittarius. Oh, and I think it can be fun because I'm going to do Hush again. Oh, you know I have a huge crush on this deck. I love the Hush deck. And I'm going to do the... Uh-oh. What's going on? Oh, I'm just delayed. That's fine. Here we go. The Mirror Oracle. This is the Oracle deck that goes with the Marigold Tarot that I've been using. So we'll start with this. Now this oracle is a little bit special. This oracle is only concerned with the spiritual. It is not concerned with the physical world. This is only going to give you spiritual advice. Okay? But I find that they're just as kind and just as glowing as the Marigold Tarot that they are paired with. So let's pull a few cards from this for Sagittarius. Hi, Crow's Nest! Hi, thank you for joining! We're going to do a quick Sagittarius read, a general Sagittarius read, and then if you want, you can have your personal tarot read. Oh, there we go. So, oh, that's fun. Sagittarius, your first card is Aquarius. I want to pull one more card at least from this deck before we move on to the tarot part. Yeah, you're so welcome. There it goes. I like to fall on the floor for some reason. Ooh, okay. We got Aquarius, we got Sacrifice. Sacrifice. And we've got, oh, let me make sure I pronounce this one correctly. We've got Apotheosis. Apotheosis. So let's see. Aquarius for Sagittarius, remember? This is... it's an analog for the tarot's The Star, is what the book says. Which is all, in my opinion, about like hope and dreams, about positivity and courage. I call it the I call it the magical girl card, The Star. It always reminds me of Card Captor Sakura. So it says here, it seeks adventure, new experiences, and sacred knowledge with an air of optimism. Which, yeah, checks. A rebel, struck by wanderlust, and regards satiating its own curiosity as top priority. Okay, okay. Sagittarius sounds like you're going to have a fun time, like, coming into your own. So let's see what these other two are. Now this one is fun because they don't alphabetize. The book isn't alphabetized. So Apotheosis. This is about the need for clarity, completion, and self-reliance. Self-reliance makes a lot of sense with The Star, you know? It's about that unbridled enthusiasm and hope. Encourages us to pursue our highest and most realized selves and expand our mental horizons. Okay. Amazing. So you're definitely going in a... Actually, I'm going to switch it up. Oh, I'm so glad it fits! I'm going to switch it up after this because it's really giving me that that anime girl vibe, that it's giving me magical girl, Sagittarius, sacrifice. Explores things we must sever, cull, and change in order to move forward from one life to the next. As we distance ourselves from the previous state of being, we are able to see what once was with new eyes and clarity. It implies a need to grow, transform, and submit. Okay, yeah, we're getting Magical Girl out of this, so I am switching gears. I was going to do Hush, but instead we're pulling out the big Magical Girl guns. And we're going to do Cloud cards. We're going to do Cloud cards for Sagittarius. So let's see what we got here. Now this is the one deck I'll show you because it's such a kind of an awful shape. It's the one deck that I'll like shuffle like you shuffle playing cards. I don't like shuffling that way with the rest of my cards because it always feels like I'm going to bend them. But there's absolutely no way to shuffle these like overhand. So here, he's shuffling over here in the background. Wiggling the table real good. Let's see what you get, Sagittarius. The power! What did I say? I said, transformation, Magical Girl. The power? Are you kidding me? Yeah, so this is great news for you guys, for you Sagittariuses out there. I think that this next month and a half is definitely going to be not just like fun, not just like productive, but like uplifting, like magical. Like it's going to be everything you dreamed of, maybe. Maybe that's a bit like of an overstatement, but maybe it's not, you know? You get to be fancy. You get to be the main character. You get to glow, right? Power. Glowing. Yeah, this is this is a really cute reading. I love this. So yeah, you're gonna harness your inner magical girl, Sagittarius. I believe in you. I believe in you. And I think you believe in you too, and that's the best part. Okay, okay. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. So, let's see. I'm glad that you like it. Crow's Nest, you still there? Do you want to turn? Let's put the cards away. Cronus might have left. That's okay. I'm glad they stopped by. I don't know. I don't know if she does. I think she already has all of it. I think she already has all the power. All of it, just all of it. Okay. Well, okay. Thank you for coming by, Rowan. I'm so glad that you did. And I'm so glad that you got to take a break. And I'm glad that you spent it with me. That means a lot. We'll see you later. Bye. Yeah, happy wedding. Are we feeling anything in particular to do, or do we want to do a Libra draw, or do we want to do somebody else's sign that's still here? I'm down for much of anything. I had it planned that I was going to be here for like 4 hours maybe, and it's only been 2, so I'm happy to stay and do stuff. Nope, nothing. Nothing from chat. I mean, that's okay too. If that's the case, I'm just gonna move on to Gemini, I think. Ah, dinner time. Okay, well, let's go ahead and take an intermission. I'll be back in just a little while then. I think I've got some people who were planning on coming in anyway. So we'll give it half an hour maybe. I'll pin a comment about it and call it intermission. How's that sound, everybody? I don't know what's for dinner. Yeah, think of questions while I'm gone. Be back at, let's say, thank you. Big hugs for you too. Let's say, what is that? 6, 7, 8, 8:45? Is it 8:45 Central Time? Let's find out. Yeah, I was right. We'll pin that. And I'll see you guys soon. All right, welcome back. Hello. Of course, you may ask a question. Would you like a reading? It's nice to have you here. Yeah, I've been doing free readings for most of the night. Been doing a love reading. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. I think a love reading. Oh, hey, where'd my model stop? There we go. Getting tired of love. Oh. Well, let's see. Should you give up on love? Now that's a weighted question. And that popped out so fast. Got the sun. I think that's a very quick and obvious no. No, you should not give up. It's hot. It's difficult. It's sometimes like a summer day, it gets uncomfortable, right? But the sun's always there for you. Makes things grow. Oh, the hermit. Yeah. I think I think this question is a no, but maybe stop looking. I think it'll come to you. Oh, wow. This is quick reading. Wow. 5 of Wands. Sun, Hermit, 5 of Wands. Yeah. So absolutely no. Don't stop. Don't stop looking. Or don't give up. Don't give up, right? But maybe take some time for yourself. Maybe deprioritize looking for somebody, right? Don't give up, but maybe stop looking, at least for a little while. Because the 5 of Wands is really, you see how there's like a snake in there? There's a snake, or lots of snakes tangled up in there. It's about like challenges and strife and like things getting complicated and things taking a lot of work and like fighting with people. Yeah, that's what you've been probably going through, right? But it doesn't always have to be like that. It doesn't have to be like that. And I think that the hermit is really telling you to kind of, like, you're like, should I give up? And I'm like, no, but maybe yes. Just for a while, though, not forever. Definitely not forever. But take a break. I think it'll be healthy for you. Yeah, yeah. I think it would be healthy to take a break. Definitely not forever. Definitely don't give up forever. The sun's always there for you. But sometimes it gets too hot, too uncomfortable, and you gotta take a break into the two. Yeah. I'm glad you took that better than some other people might. Okay. I'm glad. Did you like that? I hope that answered your question. It was the cards were very opinionated about it too. They spat those cards out real fast. They said, "Oh, we know." We know what's up. You're so welcome. I'm so glad you stopped by. It means a lot, and I'm glad I got to help. We were going to go into a reading for Gemini, but if you want, do you know your zodiac sign? What's your zodiac sign? Oh, or you can just leave. Yeah, that's fine. Have a good night. I hope you have a great night. I'm glad you stopped by. Yeah, so we'll just pop over into... Oh, you're a Leo? Yeah, if you want to stick around, I can do a Leo reading. I was going through all the different zodiac signs, and I haven't done Leo yet. Oh, no, you're fine. You're not late. Okay, cool. Let's do Leo. Let's do Leo. Let's see. So for Leo, we're going to get more of the Lapine Material out. And this is going to be for Leo until the solstice. So summer solstice, winter solstice, whichever one's closest for you. For me, let's see. 8 of Swords. Okay. So woman wrapped up in chains. A lot of people are afraid of the swords, but they're really not that scary. 8 of Swords. What's next? It's about feeling stuck. It's about feeling scared. And you know, that's a theme that we've been going through tonight for literally everybody. Everybody's feeling like they're in the dark. Everybody's feeling like they're confused and scared. But every single time a card shows up about the light, a card shows up about illumination, a card shows up about how actually it's not as bad as you think it is, and you're going to see what you need. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. That's interesting, because that's not a card about light. That's a card about like making your own business. That's a card about like really being a go-getter, right? It's kind of that, I hate hustle culture, but it's kind of that hustle culture, right? Of like rise and grind. You're gonna get what you want because you're gonna get it, you know? 8 of Cups. Okay, and that softens it, you know? That softens it nicely, because I don't want to be out here like, oh, you just need to get up in the morning and you just gotta hit that grind. No. It's about finding what works for you. It's about taking chances, but little chances, right? If you stick your workspace in a different room and you get more light there and you get to hear the birds sing, right? Maybe you'll work harder. Maybe you'll get more done. Or maybe you'll fall asleep because the birds are so relaxing and you don't get any work done, right? You gotta try anyway. Because the rewards are better than the risks. Okay? So, a kind of transformation about your workspace, your work life, your way of thinking, with just little changes to make you feel better, just to try stuff out. And what is our last card? Ooh, the World. If you try out enough stuff, you're gonna get what you want. Just like that Knight of Pentacles says, you're gonna get it because you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it because you want it. Because you want it, you're gonna work for it. And that's what the world says. The world says you're gonna have the world because you want it. Because it's yours. With that, actually, I want to follow up with, let's see. I think we can get some spiritual advice out of this. Some spiritual advice for Leo. What does Leo need to hear? Because this is very, like, concrete, physical work. You know, commonplace stuff. What does Leo need to hear about spiritual? What do they need to work on? What are they doing good? Eternity. Eternity. Let's see what that means. It's got the life tree on there. So it makes me think it's about putting down roots, probably. Let's see. The sacred fig is a tree that has long been associated with divinity. Its roots entwined in the clouds. Eternity moves forward and backwards. This card wants us to interrogate our relationship with what we consider permanent. On a long enough timeline, all things change. Okay. Okay, Leo. All things change. What needs changing, though? You're pretty vague about that. Can you give us some clarification on what might need to change? Interrogate your relationship. What does that mean? Does it mean your mindset? Does it mean your practices? Does it mean your habits? Your beliefs? Can you get some clarification on the eternity cards? Ooh. Yeah, this card all night long. This deck has been trying to throw itself on the ground. Here we go. Oh my god, okay. The mother and the father showed up. I don't know if you can quite see it from the view here. But cards the mother and the father fell out at the same time. And this is like a well-shuffled deck. This is not because they were sticking together, okay? So let's see what those... What are we changing about the mother and the father? What is the mother? Associated with the passage of time, take note of time's transition. It's the same as eternity, though, huh? In what ways do we evolve and grow? Yeah, it's the same message. It's interesting. What's about the father? What about the father? Expand one's horizons, explore new fascinations, ideas, and a desire to feel protected while doing so. Okay. Okay, so it's kind of what I was talking about before. About how something needs to end and something new and exciting, something that's been tickling you, should begin. What that is, I couldn't tell you. That's probably going to be real specific to you, Leo. Interesting, though. Father and mother together. Eternity. Now remember, this deck is all about the spiritual. This isn't like telling you to, I don't know, change up your job. This isn't telling you to, you know, cut ties with your parents or something. This is about the spiritual, okay? So this might be a new facet of religion you need to explore. This might be a new way that you look at parenthood. I don't know. A new way that you look at, new way that you interact with your faith. Mother and father really gives strong Catholic vibes. So maybe it's exploring or unexploring something of that. So that was Leo. Thank you for sticking around for Leo. I hope that was helpful and interesting. I'll clean these cards back up. Start something new. We got anybody else in chat who might want a reading? Just check how many people are here. 6! Hi! Hi, yeah, of course. Oh, you're so welcome. Yeah. What decks am I using? What's coming towards me in love? Yeah, I can tell you what decks real quick. The ones I just used were the Mirror Oracle and the Paulina Tarot, which I don't have a box to show you, but some of the art for it. It's like Mardi Gras themed. It's really pretty. All right, Chrissy, thank you for joining us. Yeah, we can do a love. What's coming towards me in love? That's a good question. So what's coming up? Yeah, they're good. They're sweet. They come with, or not come with, they're coupled with the Marigold Tarot, and they're both very, very gentle, sweet decks. I'm actually going to pull from Marigold for you, Chrissy. This deck looks kind of scary. It's got those skeletons on it that the last Oracle did. But she's not at all. She's not scary at all. She's so gentle. She's so kind. Oh. Oh. First, right out the bat, 2 of Cups and 7 of Rings. Now in this deck, pentacles or coins are rings. So we got 2 of Cups, which is kind of the lover's card. It's the relationship card, you know, true love, kind of coupling, pairing cards. Like, that's a great sign for a love reading. It's really exciting that you got to have that. Now sorry, I can't read it now. 7 of Rings. Now the rings, now there's no like negative cards in tarot, but I always love the rings, or coins, pentacles, whatever they are in the deck, because they're just so positive. 7, let's see, is going to be more like, I'm actually going to check something real quick because I have a feeling, and I want to make sure I'm right. I have a feeling that this card is kind of like, yeah, okay, that's what I thought, and I just wanted to make sure before I said something I regretted. 7 of Rings, pentacles, that's going to be like a prosperity card. It's going to be harvest. That's going to be growth. It's about like, think of like the few weeks leading up to Halloween and how everybody's doing corn mazes and pumpkin patches, and it's all about decorating with corn stalks, and you see all of the brightly colored squashes everywhere, right? It's a celebration of everything the earth has made and is ready to eat and ready to get, turned into love and energy for us. That's what this card is really talking about. So what's coming towards you in love? It sounds like from the Two of Cups, a great time, a good person, and it's something you've been working towards. You've been working hard towards this, and it's paying off. Okay, what's something else? You can't just leave Chrissy with just that. What's some advice? Or what's something else you want to tell us? What else can Chrissy expect? Strength. The Strength card. I think that that's a great sign too. This sounds like somebody who's really going to make you the best you. Somebody who's you're going to make them the best them, right? And you've worked hard to get here and it's paying off. And that's a great reading. And I'm so glad I get to give it to you. How do you feel about it? Is that good? Just checking chat real quick. What do you got going on? I hope that was helpful, and I hope that you enjoyed that. I did. Is there anybody else that would like a reading? I'm not quite sure who else is in here. If not, we might go on to reading for Gemini, unless somebody else wants to throw out a zodiac sign they'd want me to do first. Attempted murder. Virgo, yeah, we can do Virgo. We can do Virgo. What deck do we want to do Virgo with? We're going to do Virgo with Mabon. So at least up in the northern hemisphere, that would be, I think that's our holiday. Either way, it's a really good oracle card set. What can Virgo expect between now and solstice? Capricorn 2. Oh yeah, we can do Capricorn after this. What can Virgo expect between now and solstice? Yeah? Okay. Need the dirt on the dirt. Yeah, I can give it to you. We've got tea magic, tobacco, and root vegetables. Let's see. Tea magic. 38. Answers. The answers you're seeking have been right in front of you, but you've chosen not to see them. Tea magic will visit you when there is a hard truth that needs to be heard and you're experiencing some form of denial. Interesting. Again, it talks about illumination like we've been seeing the rest of the night. What have you been avoiding? Interesting. Tobacco, 40. Can you expand on that? What does that mean? Purification, connecting to the spirits or ancestors in respect. Tobacco is about a request from the ancestors or spirits with whom you are most comfortable to approach, and the people in your life with more respect and humility. It's talking about how spirits and ancestors can take you upon a difficult path and keep you safe. I think that's a great lesson. So it sounds like our ancestors are going to help us through whatever tea magic is trying to tell us to get out of. And what about root vegetables? It makes me think it's going to be, pulling something out, exposing something, like tea magic had. Sometimes life is cruel and doesn't give you time to prepare for the end of something meaningful. Even if you saw the signs and knew it was coming, it can still feel like an unexpected shock when you reach the end of the road. Interesting, okay. Represents the beginning of a much better life. You must become the person who can achieve the goals you want. Interesting. Okay, so that's actually a really, really positive reading. Something inside of you is going to come out, and it's gonna make your life so much better. We're gonna pull Hush back out for this one to get some tarot inspiration. Really interesting if tarot could clarify tea magic. If maybe there's something specific. Queen of Wands. Okay. Queen of Wands. Which again is kind of like root magic was talking about. It's about being a go-getter, right? Being the person you want. Being the person you have to be in order to achieve the goals that you want, right? So that might be what tea magic is all about, actually. It sounds like it's about, the hard truth of you can't get a PhD and never leave the house. You can't become a world famous actor if you never take an acting lesson. You have to become the person who can achieve the goals you want. The moon, which makes sense. It's obscured to you. You've been either lying to yourself or not seeing something. And it's that truth of change. Change is hard. But it's always going to be for the better. Or at least this time, it's absolutely for the better. That's actually like a really exciting read for Virgo, right? Because that means like the things that things that you want are coming and they're coming fast. Oh, that's exciting for me. Oh, not me. And it's exciting for Lady Lapine. My birthday is May Day. Got it wrong. Okay, I'm happy with that. And then Capricorn. Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. What are we doing with you? I don't know if this is Capricorn season or not, but this deck has been calling to me for the past like 20 minutes, so we're gonna use her. This is Seasons of the Witch Imbolc, one we haven't touched yet tonight. Imbolc is amazing at like self-care, right? She's my self-care deck. What could Capricorn get out of this next season? From here until solstice. Angelic. Angelic. I think that one's about like literal angels. So that's a huge sign. What can Capricorn get? What do they need to hear? Sacred space. And Milk Moon Witch. Milk Moon Witch. I don't think I've pulled that one before. Angelica. Guardian Angels. Help is on the way, and you are safe to move forward, knowing all will be well. You've experienced troubles, and this card brings good news. You're coming to the end of them. Don't give up hope. Okay, fantastic. That's what I want to hear. Okay, what about sacred space, though? Is that something we're doing for us? Is that something we're doing for the angels? Mundane tasks. Sacred doesn't always mean extraordinary. Grand ceremonies are preceded by small, often boring labors that come together to create a masterpiece. Small duties are often overshadowed in the grand scheme of things, but they are ultimately what fuels the beautiful side of life. It's time to be more reasonable, responsible, and practical in your endeavors. Okay, that's solid advice, honestly. And if that's solid advice from our guardian angels, then let's take it. Milk Moon Witch. I have to know what Milk Moon Witch is about, though. Let's see. Clarity. Victorious outcome. The answer to your situation is about to become very clear, okay? I mean, what did I say? What have I said with every single one of these? We're talking about confusion and clarification. No matter what your opinions are about your circumstances, know that things are about to reach an apex and you will have everything you need to make a proper decision. Expect things to work in your favor. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, that's what I want to hear. Okay. What tarot? What tarot could we have to? We're talking crows. We're talking to the crows. We're talking back to the crows. What do these fun little guys have to say about our guardian angels telling us that everything's gonna go great? I think they're excited about it. I think this little murder's excited about it. What do you have to say? Ooh. Oh, yeah, very, very excited. Page of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. So Page of Pentacles, that's actually giving me like a different person. That's making me think that this is like somebody, like this is a kid that this Capricorn knows. That Capricorn knows. A kid who's like smart and like maybe too smart, like with money or like math smart, I think. Excuse me. Yeah, this is giving a math smart kid. Weird. Okay. But Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is like about deception and about like being tricked. So Capricorn, I regret to inform you, but I think you're being tricked by a child. Like wild. One of the weirder takes and weirder draws that I've done before. But I have a feeling the cards are saying that you're being tricked by a child. Like out of money, maybe. Like tricked out of money by a child. I'm gonna ask for more clarification on this because that's wild. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So maybe even not a child, but maybe someone who's just childish, but like secretly very smart. I don't know. I don't know. Or maybe that's their mom. Maybe that's their mom. Maybe their mom is also tricking you. But yeah. This is, yeah. I don't usually give. This is not a normal reading for me. Like, promise, this isn't normal. But I really do think that like stay vigilant? Question mark. Stay vigilant about children or uh people who say they're smart with math, trying to take your money. And instead maybe focus on the angels telling you to clean your house. Telling you to like take joy in the mundane small stuff. Take joy in, bringing fresh flowers home. Investigate all children in your life. Yes, that's the advice. Now you also have to remember that this is the Crow deck. This is the Crow Tarot, and they love playing tricks. So this might just be an elaborate joke by the crows. They love to have fun. They love to have fun. But yeah, I would focus more on, you know, making a day out of washing your house in the most ritualistic and beautiful and like joyous kind of thing you can think of. Like, make yourself an oil, make yourself moon water, bring in flowers, make garlands, you know, draw sigils on your door in blessed water, something to make the mundane really spiritual and invite in those guardian angels that are telling you everything's not even going to be okay, but everything's going to be great. I love that. That was also a good reading. Okay. Okay. So far, all bangers. So far, bangers only. Let's see. Now, it is, I think, coming to the end of the stream. We've done a good, well, how many have we done? We did 1, 2. Did we do Gemini? I don't remember if we did Gemini or not. We did at least 5, maybe 6. At least 5, maybe 6 zodiac readings. And a ton of personal readings for everybody. And I think that's a great stream. I had a ton of fun. You don't think we did? Okay, then maybe we did 5. Maybe we did 5 readings. And I think that's a good count. I'm really happy with how stream turned out. And I want to thank everybody for showing up, everybody for supporting me. And I want y'all to write in your calendars. Going forward, same time, same place. First Tuesday of the month. I'll see you then. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Oh, that's all I wanted was for like other people to have fun too. Okay. Yes, thank you. I am a good familiar, aren't I? Okay. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye.